With the idea of lines, we can also look at how lines relate to each other. Two lines can be parallel, and if they're parallel lines, we know something about their slopes. The slope of one line has to equal the slope of the second line. Their slopes are equal. The other type of line is a perpendicular line. And with perpendicular lines, they have a special type of relationship. I'm going to use the symbol upside down T to represent perpendicular. But these lines have slopes that are opposite reciprocals of each other. In other words, if the slope of one line is -7, that's -7/1, then the slope of a line perpendicular to that would be +1/7. It's the opposite sign and then the flip. Or if the slope is 0, for example, then the slope of a line perpendicular to that, well, let's think about what kind of lines have slope 0. Those would be lines that are horizontal in nature. So a line perpendicular to that would have to be a vertical line, and vertical lines have slopes that are undefined. Okay. It's another way of thinking about horizontal and vertical lines. They're perpendicular to each other. So you could be given two lines. For example, you can be given the line 10x plus 2y equals 3, and you can be given a line of y plus 1 equals 5x, and let's make that negative. And the question is, are these two parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Well, in order for me to figure that out, I need to figure out what their slopes are, and in order to do that, I need to put it in slope-intercept form, or solve for y. If I solve for y, the number in front of x is the slope. So for this second equation here, I've got y plus 1. I'm just going to subtract 1 from both sides of the equation. And now I have it in y equals form. And the slope of this line is -5. Okay, so now I do the other line. Same idea, solve for y. Subtract 10x from both sides. And come up with -10x plus 3. But to get y completely by itself, divide off by 2. So I have y equals -5x plus 3/2. The slope of that line is also -5. So what you find is the two lines then are parallel. Okay, they have the same slopes. Okay.